What's going on, y'all, and welcome to the Battle of the Zodiacs, y'all. Today is a very special episode. You want to know why? Because I'm sitting on a panel with some of the realest, thoroughest, illest Tauruses y'all ain't never seen, okay? So, before we get into things, I got to toast to y'all. I got to toast to y'all being here today. I got to toast to y'all and all of y'all accomplishments, all of the great things that y'all are doing in life. We're gonna toast to just good looking black men doing their thing. So let's raise the glasses to let's raise the glasses to us, okay? So let's do that. We're gonna do that right there. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So before we get into things, y'all, let's get it where we gotta do the introductories. So Pierre, you on my far left, so you go first.
All right, y'all. I'm Pierre Russell. I'm based out of Houston, Texas. Now reside in Miami, Florida. Like he said, we're young black entrepreneurs. My background, I own fitness facilities. I own 3 boxing gyms, public speaking. I do consulting, real estate. So, just keeping my hands in a lot of different things. But I'm honored to be here.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Will Ellsworth. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, musician, just all-around musical person who just does a lot of things to do with music. So I'm here. I'm tapped in with my guy, Tyrone. We just vibing.
We vibing.
Man. My name is Quentin Gaston. Born and raised in Philly. Pretty much in the burbs, though. I am a teacher, also a therapist.
So as y'all can see, the Taurus says we do all great things. But first of all, yes, y'all. So thank y'all so much, and y'all already know who it is. Your boys, Tyrone G is on the mic. You already know. So yeah, this is a very dope panel. I'm excited to be here with these guys, man, because it's time to clear the air, y'all. It's really time to clear the air. I feel like every time people address us or got something to say about a Taurus or what it represents, they don't always get it right. So I feel like this is where we're gonna clear the air. So before we even get into clearing the air, like, what do y'all believe about the Zodiacs? Like, do y'all believe everything that it says about our sign, or do y'all only I believe a little bit, but I don't know if I actually agree with this and everything that it says. So I could read a little bit of it, but do y'all believe what it says from what y'all read?
I really think more than anything, so to answer your question, I don't think it's fully down to the T. Everything is correct. I really feel as if just human interaction is really based off environment and personal experiences. So I do feel with the zodiac signs, it's some universal truths to everything, but in terms of everything being okay, this is a blanket. Everything is umbrella. I don't believe that.
I agree.
And I feel like sometimes we weaponize that and we misuse that.
Okay. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, we couldn't have said it any better. I mean, it's based on a lot of people's traumas. They get prejudiced. It's when you talk about racism, you talk about even police brutality, things like that. Not trying to get off subject to what we do, but people take their experiences of what they've gone through, certain things in life, and they'll automatically make assumptions.
Speak.
With Zodiacs, it's the same way. Someone who hurt them in the past, someone who's done something to them that's traumatic, they'll meet you and be like, "Oh no, I can't." But in reality, that's not really true because it's not you.
I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I've done that myself, but
you human. Yeah, you human.
What you got to say? What you got to say?
Y'all all hit it on the nail. So definitely that nature and nurture part. You all about your environment. Everybody changes based off of what you experience. So definitely, and then people's understanding of astrology and horoscope. Some people look at the rise and the moons and what sun you in, and then what corner and what's in retrograde. It just changes, and that's not everybody's perspective. So it just kind of, to answer your question, I don't think it's an umbrella
it's
either.
all the way accurate. Like,
not at all.
It's gonna be some some gray areas,
For sure.
some loopholes and stuff like that.
Shades of gray.
Shades
We
of
live
gray.
in shades of
Shades
gray.
of gray. Well, I mean, I agree with y'all. I'm on the same team. I'm on the Taurus team. So I agree. You know what I mean? I ain't no disagreeing here. So the next thing I want to ask y'all, although we agree with some information, what has been your favorite sign to date? Like, we just gonna say the favorite sign to date. Not everybody got quiet.
I'll be honest. You want to go first, bro?
Well, I thought about this question.
Okay.
I was like, how do I address this? Because you can't say what's your favorite sign. It's like, but because you automatically think of a person that's tied to that sign.
Yeah, so
However, if you've dated more within one sign, then you can be like, okay, well, maybe I can say I don't like that sign.
I think about a good experience y'all had with this person. What were their signs?
I mean, I would definitely say for me personally to date, one of the best signs that I've dated early on in life was a Gemini. And
I'm Team Gemini too. I didn't go
Wow.
with y'all. I'm Team
Wow.
Gemini too, and I didn't even know. I didn't even know
Yeah.
Geminis was late like
I mean,
that.
Geminis love them some Geminis.
Yo.
You can never say that, but I can tell you just through my experiences, and I think that's how most of all of our topics tonight should be addressed, is based on our experiences.
Yes,
with those.
I agree.
You know, I've been with 2 Capricorns prior.
I don't like
and,
Capricorns
You know,
like
and
that.
they
I
say
ain't gonna
Taurus
lie.
and Capricorns are like the perfect match.
Supposedly, yeah.
Supposedly.
Where's this information coming from? Yeah, where? Yeah.
You know, and from my personal experiences, you know, me and the Capricorn didn't work out. I mean, we're together 9 years. You know, and so
Damn.
that was a long thing.
That's
But
time.
you realize it was 2 complete opposites.
More to his point, I feel like Taurus is, you know, we get over on a lot of things, like, you know, charm, just us having that type persona. So to answer your question, bro, I'll be honest. When it comes to the signs and who I dated, I really just be somebody will tell me their sign and I'll forget. I'll totally forget because it's just like I'm enjoying it. And aside from that, it's just like before I sit there and try to pinpoint you on your sign, I'm gonna let your actions do the talking. Like I could care less about the sign, what you said your sign was, and how you think. Like you said, oh, this is in retrograde, and when the sun line up with the moon, this when we fit the best. I'm really looking at what you saying and what are you doing?
Yeah.
And do they differ? You know, so I'm really looking at somebody's action. So when you ask me, yo, bro, what's the sign that you really enjoy? I really don't know. But I could tell you certain traits and things and qualities and actions people did toward me that it's like, oh yeah, I wasn't rocking with that, not in the least.
So them action and things that they showed you, would you not date them because of that? Would you not date that type of person with that same sign because of that?
Not necessarily, because again, I feel as if, you know, I feel like it's not fair because I got introduced in your life to be like, okay, you got to change this. I feel like it should be an open dialogue more than anything, you know, because it's like, I'm sure we human. It's like, I don't think there's ever a time when someone comes into your life and you like every single thing they do. And I feel like if that is the case, it may be a bit of a problem. And that might change over time, you know? So it's like, we all different. We all opposites. So I really look at it like, you know, more than anything, it got to be dialogue and a discussion, you know?
I mean, I completely agree, but I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a stubborn Taurus. And if you do me wrong and I come into your sign again, I'm through with it. But you go ahead, Q. What you got to say?
Let me take a sip on this one.
Take a sip on
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
So, kind of the same experience. I don't have a long track record, but like when I think of, I'm like, who were the people that were the most interesting to me? And I just kind of found out like later on down the line, happen to be Virgos. Like it's always been Virgos. Like even because I'm just kind of hard to lock down just naturally, just because we need that stability. We need to make sure that someone is gonna challenge us in the right way. But like, don't challenge me and you still be wrong. Like just make sure like you starting to go somewhere with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Definitely have been Virgos in the past that pushed me to do many things outside of the spectrum. Like even in high school, the one actually did my college application.
Wow.
Like get the college students. And like when I look back on it and I look at other signs I've met, they haven't hit like that. So my worst experience actually has been with a Gemini.
Ooh. Yeah, see, I'm going to tell you why I don't like Virgos, though.
Talk about it.
Because, you know, like he said, Virgos, they do, you know, give you that stability because they're very dependable. But it's just in the beginning, Virgos are very slow with people, and they show you the side they want you to see. And y'all know how we are. Like, we're very open when we are going into any engagement when we dealing with people. So when you dealing with me and you showing me what you want me to see, now I don't know what I believe. And
That's
I
true.
don't like that.
Oh, yeah, they
You know
slowly
what I mean? I
unravel
don't
as
like
you
that.
meet
You know
them.
what I mean? If I'm showing you 100%, you know what I mean, and I don't have to. You know, that's why me and Virgos we don't always see eye to eye. But I get what you're saying. Though.
I feel you though.
I get what you're saying.
Like we said, like it's just kind of going with the flow.
Okay.
Seeing how it is. It just so happened that they be Virgos.
It goes, yeah.
Yeah, but I like how you went right into, you know, the worst sign that you dated was a Gemini, because that was going to be the next one. Like, what is the worst sign that y'all dated? So Gemini, why? Like, because I like Geminis.
Too all over the place.
What?
Like I didn't like the decision and outlook in life. Like were just vastly different. Like some decisions that I like. So for example, I don't like having to always like if you not near me, I don't want to always be worried about what you about to get into and other things that can potentially happen. And I feel like they didn't think those ideas through. Like they just knew I was going to be there in case they needed me all the time, which is true. But like I don't want you to intentionally.
Yeah, for
be
sure.
me.
It's like they took your kindness for weakness.
Yeah.
You know?
And
and that's as Taurus is that, like as y'all know, is we trust like that.
Like that.
And that was gonna be to the answer. Like, what do you think is the worst thing about our sign? Is like we trust way too quickly.
And we loyal to a fault too.
You know, we literally loyal to a fault. I mean, that's why it's type loyalty. Like,
What? Come on, period.
Yeah.
But it's just that's just how we are. That's our genetic makeup. I think, and all the way through all of us. You know, but once you burn us once, and then okay, I'll give you one more chance. But you burn again, it's like you never existed.
It's like you never existed.
And it's the craziest thing, which to me is one of the best things about our sign. It's like playing baseball, like short-term memory loss.
Yo,
You know
but
what I mean?
I be thinking like, damn, like, I be feeling like that cold side on like about us. It's like it's kind of scary though. Like,
Well, it is. But you gotta realize though, everybody who's ever gotten that pushed us to that.
they got
point.
pushed
you
it.
there.
Yo.
So why should you feel bad about it?
So this part of the show is, do you agree with the tweet? Okay, so listen close. All right, so this was a response to something, but she said, yes, facts. Make them sometimes miss out on opportunities because of their stubbornness. They are so set in their ways, so it's either their way or the highway. Shaking my head. Don't like the challenge they self. Sometimes they scared of the unknown. Do y'all agree with the tweet?
I was right off the jump 100% disagree.
Ooh, why you disagree?
The reason why, one, we're stubborn because we know we're right. So for us to think there's no way to highway, it should have already been our way from the jump because we're already right. That's why we're stubborn in fact. You're just doing this dance in your head to try to justify why we're not right. The second part to that, fear of the unknown, is Tauruses thrive in the unknown. We might tend to walk the line of what we know, but because we think so much and we're so passionate about the way that we move, is if we do decide to do a decision, we might not know the outcome, but we do know that it will successfully work out in our favor.
You better speak. Come on, y'all. Y'all agree with the tweet? What y'all
Yeah, I don't fully agree with the tweet. Again, I feel like that's just such, I know I've been using this term all night, but I feel like that's such a blanket statement. Like you're saying, okay, Taurus is because of this and because of that. It's just why is it like that? I feel like why is it articulated like that? But to answer the question, no, I don't necessarily believe that that's true at all. You know?
I agree. What you feeling? Kid?
I'm gonna disagree with the first part of the tweet with the stubbornness, the fear of the unknown. I'm gonna agree with just a little bit.
Why so?
Because me personally, I am like a little like I don't like coming too much out of like the box and things like that of comfortability. But that's because I know what is successful, what I'm not gonna like. But like I do need to be aware of what I'm getting into before I do it. Like I need to mentally prep myself for that because then I'll get anxious.
Yeah.
And then once I'm anxious, then I struggle with what my proper presentation should be like.
Yeah.
So that last part, kind of, but I don't fully agree with it either.
What I would also say to that is that the reason why I think that you are that way is because people don't realize that even though Tauruses are super emotional, we're not emotionally reactive. You know, we don't do anything based off emotion. It doesn't matter how much I might like you, how much I might love you, what the situation may be. We don't react off emotions. Leos do, and that's another subject. However,
It's still right off the bat. Leo.
I don't know one Leo that's not like boom, they'll snap.
Right.
And then like once they come down, they're like, oh man, okay, we probably should have went about this differently. But Taurus is like, it'll build up, and then we snap. But people think when we snap, it's like, nah, it's like you just the trigger that that set me off.
And when we do,
Our words have power.
and when we do snap, it is dangerous too, because again, we so good at masking and hiding things too. So that could also go back in a factor that could be a negative thing about us, because we can hide and we can take a lot of hits on the back too. But when we do black out, sometimes it could be worse, because we harboring a lot.
It's us being nice. It's us honestly, giving people the benefit of the doubt, because at the end of the day, we could be how we really feel, but it's us understanding people. Again, the empath thing. That, you know what I mean?
Well, you gotta ask yourself too, like, did I snap because something really set me off, or did I snap because I let them do this to me so many times that now I finally just had enough? So whose fault really is it from the jump? Where if I had better standards for within myself to realize like a red flag is a red flag. I don't care how beautiful you are, how much money you have, how great our connection is, but I should have from the jump.
Yeah.
But because I didn't have enough self-respect for myself, I let this continue to happen, and now this is why it's at this point.
Listen, okay, y'all better stop playing with them. That's what I'm gonna say. Y'all better stop playing with them. Listen. Okay, all right. So here's another one, y'all. All right. So this one says, I think the problem with other people in Tauruses is we won't let people control us, and we're just not going to put up with y'all BS. And people take that and turn it into negativity. Do y'all agree with the tweet?
Agreed. You can't just walk all over us. I don't know what else to add to that.
What's on your mind, Will?
I feel as if, man, it's real dangerous when you got somebody who think that they can move inside the confines of manipulation. You know, so it's real. And you know, when you're not going for that, when you're not allowing that disrupts somebody. Yeah. You know, that can disrupt the wrong person. So it's like, hey, okay, I'm moving like, hey, I kinda want to manipulate you in a way, but since you're resistant to me, okay, now it's a problem. And that goes into, what's that term? Gaslighting. It's like, oh, you not letting me do what I want to do. You crazy. You're tripping. Like, so yeah, what was the tweet again? My fault, bro. Yeah, what was the tweet again, bro? Like, my fault.
I think the problem with other people in Taurus is we won't let people control us, and we're just not going to put up with y'all BS, and people take that and turn it into negativity.
I mean, also, I don't think regardless what sign you are, you should let anybody control you.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, to just start with that is, it's not about control; it's about understanding.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're so weak enough as an individual to allow people to control you, well, then you got something else way deeper to worry about what Zodiac sign they are. You got to work within yourself to be a better person.
You better listen. I don't know who didn't talk to this man or what he didn't got inside of him, but I'm glad he's speaking, okay? Because it's only facts coming out of him. But, you know, I want to open the floor to any commentary because I know Larry Jackson had a few words.
You guys touched on this. I feel like you guys touched on it, but you didn't really go in depth. Why do Taurus people feel like they have to cut people off when they do them wrong? Like, I get it. Like, it's a trust thing. You don't want to give people the space to hurt you again. But why is it for Taurus? It's literally, you hurt me, and now I'm like deleting you out of my brain.